Gary here. Well, I'm here on my own. Old Mum's gone up to see Serge for a few days. So I was just scrolling through a couple of things, as one does, and this little advert popped up. I thought this was quite funny, just to kind of show us, everybody, to continue to show us exactly where we're all going. And I thought this was quite interesting because what this little nonsense advert here kind of is showing people, again, if you've got the intelligence to actually have a look, or common sense to have a look, is that eventually, well, all the jobs will be basically gone. So all the people that got bit parts in movies and TV shows, extras, all that, all the people that thought they'd get their face on an advert and things like that, it's all over, guys. It's all over for the time being. And I was talking to old Raf, who came round yesterday, actually, or Monday, I can't remember. And we were talking about, I got approached by a 19 company who wanted to know if I was interested in taking part in their promotional thing, which is basically using this software that's been around forever, so that people can type prompts in and make music by typing prompts in. And I know there's a lot of people out there going to say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, as I wrote back to them and I said to them, I said, well, I'm sorry, but we like to do things the old-fashioned way. That's with talent, heart, soul, imagination, a lot of hard work. Now, I know someone's going to say, well, you know, somebody's got to come up with the idea, they've got to type it in and everything. But it wasn't just that. It was that thing which I've seen before, and I think a couple of us have talked about it, where you can kind of sing into this program, like badly, you know, not even sing it, and then pick a voice, and the voice will... I mean, come on, really? But anyway, we know all about that. But I thought this was quite funny. So I don't know if this will open up here, but it's quite funny because you've got this little bloke here doing the old power sign here, this clown here. So let's see if we can open this up and have a look. So let's see what happens. Because the first thing that I noticed on this, now whether this will open this up or not, I did have it open earlier on, but for some reason it doesn't want me to play the volume, right? Now, again, a lot of people are going to say, well, you see in here, I couldn't get the audio to play. So this is a great site in the first place, right? So these apparently aren't real people, okay? Now, we all know where this is going. Turn yourself into a 19 avatar, right? So, like we said, I know they've had all this kind of thing around for quite a long time now, with some of these advertisement things that you can get and so on. And I suppose they're going to say, well, you know, you still have to take part in it. You know, it has to be you in the first place. But you can insert yourself into different backgrounds and all this kind of stuff, which is all the old green screen thing. You know, we know about all that. We've seen all that before, right? But this is where it's all going. And it's all this age group, right? You know, you're 25, whatever, completely, utterly brainwashed beyond belief. But can you imagine the kind of trouble that's going to come from this kind of thing, where you are going to, and we've talked about this before, where you're going to be able to place people, hold on, almost forgot, you're going to be able to place people in scenarios which may not be good. And I have noticed the rise of certain types of sites that are promoting certain activities which used to keep to the bedroom, where you can basically paste anybody's head on something and they can be doing all kinds of things to each other. But anyway, that's another story. But so I thought this was funny because as soon as you get down to the last video here, of course you got old matey boy doing the old finger over the mouth whisper, which I thought was hilarious. Anyway, I just thought I should just do a little quick one on this. I've been doing a lot of listening to stuff just recently, the last few weeks. See all these people here, Ben F, Eric S. All these people are fake. None of these people are real. None of these people that write these reviews are real. Okay, that's why they don't show their full names. It's not like Samplitude, Gary King, France uses Samplitude, and so on. These are all fake. It's just to get people on board, and also to monitor them as well. To monitor, look, Heineken are using it. Really, old criminal Rothschilds, Reuters, Zoom. Trusted by over 50,000 companies of all sizes, right? So they got in pretty damn quick, didn't they, these guys? Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. So, but what I was going to say is that me and Serge and Mum were talking today, actually, on the phone, because, like I said, Mum's gone up there. But about, sometimes it's just good to kind of hold back a bit and draw yourself back, the silent man, all that kind of stuff, or the silent person. And I think that's a very, very good point, and we're going to look into that a little bit more. But it is very difficult to not bring these subjects up. And again, I was listening to Matt from Quantum, and he makes some really, really good points about what we're doing here, our short visit and all this kind of stuff. But basically, all this kind of thing here, which has been around for a very long time, we know, what you're doing, you people that think this is all great, what you're doing is basically you are replacing yourselves. You're replacing yourselves, right? You will no longer exist because there will be no use for you anymore. And, training, marketing and sales team, we've seen all this before. A little woman who speaks to you down where look at this, Neil W., small business. I'm able to create my own avatar, which gives me my message, a personal touch without having to sit behind a camera. There you go, you see. So instead of doing the work, sitting behind a camera, learning to edit, learning to confidently speak and sell your product, you're going to hand it over to a little computer a little computer knob like this. But there you go. This is where it's all going, and we're seeing more and more of this all the time. And I think that, like we said, this is aimed at a certain group of people at the moment who are going to suck this rubbish up like a sponge, not realising that they are basically putting themselves on the unemployment list. Because in 10 years' time, if anybody's left, as we always say, if anybody's left standing, you actually think that they're going to allow you to continue to do what you think you are going to achieve with all of this. I think that's very unlikely. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. Thought it was interesting. Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks as always for the great little comments we've been getting. And again, as we've said, we're not doing it for comments and likes. We just hope that people will also pick up a little bit of this information and work it out for themselves. But here we go. Thanks a lot, guys.